Okay, we are getting on our boat for our island tour. We got up at 5 o'clock this morning. It's now probably 6:30 or 7, and we took a van ride out here, and we're headed out to see some different islands and check it out. You guys ready?
Oh yeah.
Yay! Okay, we went on an island tour, and I want to walk you through our whole trip and what it was like. This is the boat that we were on, and this is us getting on the boat to go to all the different... Levi's forgot to wear shoes. He just forgot. Levi forgot his shoes. It's very something Levi would do, but he always makes it work. It's the weirdest thing. And here he is. He's very tired and sleepy. We are on our way, and this is our first experience on the boat. We love being out on the water. We're seeing the sunrise, and we got everybody a life jacket. We thought that might be easier for the snorkeling piece. You know, I gotta get all of us on camera. I want to save this experience forever. Levi, whenever one of us is acting like this and we're very low energy, we always say, Levi needs a snack, or whoever else it is. If we're low energy, we say that person needs a snack. Anyways, Levi needed a snack. This is us pulling up to our first island, and we loved the clear blue-green water. And we are going to snorkel here, and I have footage of us getting in the water, and I have footage of us getting out of the water, but we snorkeled in this area, and we just love snorkeling as a family. It's really fun. And this is actually us going back to the boat. Alex, we're laughing because Alex was just hopping up on there. We went to about 4 or 5 places. This is our first one. Then this is the second place we went, and it's like a big sandbar. So we got to explore around here, and the snorkeling was a little bit different out here. There was a lot of sea urchins that were really cool, like really big ones, like the size of basketballs, to the point that Jackson didn't really want to be swimming over. He was afraid he might get poked. This is us getting our gear on, all going out at once. And then I wanted to get a group picture, so this is me having everybody stand and look at me this way. And then there was this sandbar that we want to kind of see. Kevin's going to skip some rocks, but we wanted to see this sandbar and how far it goes. It was very, very sunny, and I loved how it made the water sparkle. I always love how it makes the water sparkle. And Jackson found some sunglasses.
Oh, I got it. Oh.
Jackson found some sunglasses while we were snorkeling. We were finding all kinds of fish out here. We found a giant blue starfish. And the audio on this is not super good, so this is just me explaining Jackson's very 80s looking sunglasses. But we also saw a seahorse, one of the needle seahorses, and so that's what I'm saying right here. But Jackson totally felt like he got a free pair of sunglasses. He left the sunglasses there. He realized they weren't all that great in the first place, but it was a fun little find. The water is so clear. This sandbar was really neat. We found the sand thing. I don't know what it is. If you know what it is, you can maybe put it in the comments, but it literally disintegrated into sand. It was literally sand. This area was kind of rocky a little bit. We were really glad that we did have our water shoes. They're so cute with the little orange life vests on, but we could find little animals and starfish inside here. The first part of the island, the sandbar, was very sandy, and this part had a lot of coral or rocky type area. Then we got back on the boat and headed to our next destination. And this is where we pulled up. We went snorkeling again, and we also had lunch. Levi loves things with texture, and the sand was super, super soft and squishy. It was a very fine sand, and so he loved that.
It's like super sand.
Yeah, you can see where we've stepped. It's very squishy.
We could do laps around.
It's soft.
Yeah, it's very picturesque.
There is Jackson Dad's snorkeling.
Mom, I did a handstand in this.
Yay, we made it! Levi just said he's having way more fun than he thought he was gonna have.
I thought it was gonna be like, oh, snorkel,
Mama.
see a couple fish, leave. You know, usual.
But what is it like?
Living.
Squishy sand.
Yeah.
You like the squishy sand?
Yeah, I love the squishy sand and the snorkel. But I'm too tired to do it. So. My hair is so messy.
It's,
And yours is too.
yeah, mine is too. So we were out snorkeling and we were seeing all kinds of fish. We saw starfish, we saw all kinds of fun stuff. And I was snorkeling with Levi and we were following each other and pointing to things and it was so much fun. And all of a sudden he's like, Mom, and he's grabbing my leg and he's trying to get my attention. And I thought, oh my gosh, what did he see? It must be so exciting. Oh my goodness. So I keep turning around. I realize I'm turning in circles. He keeps grabbing me. I'm turning in circles. He keeps grabbing me. And I realized he didn't see anything super exciting. He was squishing my legs. Because when my legs were moving in the water, it was moving my fat around. And he was like, oh my goodness.
Speed up the process.
Oh, look at your legs.
Dad just did it too.
He just had to squish
I did.
my legs.
I did.
It was just
It was
too
an
exciting.
experience I could not.
And so then he was following me and he was trying to continue to grab my legs. And I had to remind myself that he's just grabbing my legs. He's not seeing anything cool in the water. He would rather grab my legs and squish my fat than he would look at the beautiful fish in the water. So
Don't put it in it, bro.
that's kind of what it's like to have a son.
If you ever want to find Levi, he is always right beside me. You can find him about 2 inches away from me at all times, pretty much. That's how he is.
Lunchtime.
Then it was lunchtime, and so
Hamburger.
it was time to sit on the beach and eat our lunch. We ate kind of early, like around 11:15.
Heavy. Kitsnit.
Kevin needs a snack.
Kevin needs a snack.
The boys all got a hamburger, and I got a chicken and rice. Then we went off to our next place, and this place was more rocky, and it was just a rock formation that you could climb over to, and it was great for pictures. So we had to go up there and get our picture taken, and it was just neat to go to this island that was out in the middle of the ocean, all having a great time. As we pulled up, the water was a little bit choppy, but that was okay. We get out, but it was because of the waves and because of the rockiness of the ground, it was kind of a trek. It was we felt like old people. We felt like, oh my gosh, I'm about to fall down. It may not look like it, but it was really kind of hard to stay balanced. And I had my phone on. I didn't realize I was recording. And so you can kind of see me navigating the rocks. So I decided to keep this clip in because we are hiking onto these rocks and my phone's just sort of bouncing around. Once again, you can kind of see stuff in the rocks. Those were some sea stars. Brittle starfish, I think is what they're called. So we are all trekking up to this place to take our family picture on top of the rocks.
That was fun, guys. I'm proud of us.
No one died.
No one died.
Wow, that's surprising.
You almost died.
No one broke an arm either.
Nowhere close, Jackson. Nowhere close.
Good job, Kevy.
Then we headed back, and really we did not stay here long. We came up here, we climbed the rocks, and then we decided to head back. We didn't really need to hang out here. It was just a neat place to go and visit, but on to the next. There's just several islands, as you can see, just sort of all around, and we're headed to the next one. And mainly it's just different types of beaches, different places you can snorkel, different places you can find stuff. And when we were snorkeling, we did find different types We started to notice in different areas the different types of fish. Levi taking the opportunity to lay down on my lap as he often does. And we are to our next place. This is the last place that we went to, and we were greeted by this adorable little doggie, as there are lots of doggies on the islands. I guess he just lives here, I'm not sure. But we pulled up to this one, got to reapply the sunscreen to Dad. We want to make sure we don't burn. And we head out.
Put your mask on and swipe your fingers underneath your hair. Yeah. Hey. Yeah, buddy.
Kevin kept diving down, but because he's got a life jacket on, it would just make him pop right back up. But he wanted to dive down so much, so bad.
The clownfish is over here. Okay. Clownfish right here.
Alex would stick around Dad almost the entire time. This is Levi and Dad snorkeling.
We are wrapping up the island tour, and I think we went to 5 islands. We snorkeled at 4 of them. One of them we were climbing on rocks to get a picture. But we all had a lot of fun. Even Levi, who is doesn't snorkel that as much as everyone else. But we had such a great time, and the last place we went was actually my favorite. And the whole family swam together, and I loved that because that's all I care about, right? So we saw tons of coral. It was like we were on the set of Finding Nemo. We saw Nemo. We saw lots of fish. We saw a giant worm that was like a snake or an eel, but Jackson said it was a worm. It was like at least 4 feet. It really was. It is 2:07 to be exact right now. So we are about to head back. We're gonna have lunch.
I meant to say dinner.
The town, and then get on the van and go on back. We had a wonderful time, just like as a family, and it's so fun that we all love snorkeling at the same time. The twins are old enough to do it. They had a life jacket, so they didn't even have to worry about swimming so much. The water is actually so salty that all the rest of us float. We don't need to swim as much, especially if we're laying down in the water. So we all had such a great time, and we loved the boat ride. Saw lots of stuff in the ocean.
Became slightly deaf, you know.
Weird. I'm just loving the stage that our kids are in, because all of us are kind of old enough to do different tasks, and that's why we decided to travel at this time, is because the twins are old enough to care for themselves. They're almost 9. Levi's 11. Jackson's 14. And we can just do fun stuff as a family when we get out and about. So it's a really fun stage.
We gotta make it whole white like mine. Like over. He's trying.
Make it to. Oh!
If you wonder where Alex has been this whole time, he's been attached to Dad the entire time. So if you don't see him on the video, that's because he's with his dad, because he loves hanging. He feels safe around Dad. And then it was about time for us to load back up, get back on the boat.
Nice and clean. Very finished.
Let me see your legs. Did you shave? Did you shave? Show. Put your leg up against Jackson's.
My husband has no hair on his legs. We're not sure why. Now we have a 14-year-old son that has more hair on his legs than he does. So that wraps up our island hopping trip. We absolutely loved it. We loved being out in the water. We loved seeing so many islands. We had all the snorkeling opportunities that we wanted. We could have stayed longer, but we decided to head back around 3:30, I suppose. Levi needs another snack. Overall, it's such a great family time, family trip, and I would highly recommend.
I had my camera ready in case he fell again.
Oh, thanks.